What is up, people? This is WWE Breakdowns, and my name is Mr. Filthy. This is Ryan, and we're coming for a Raw review of Memphis, Tennessee on February 16th, 2026. And the first thing we must talk about is why the fuck haven't they changed the goddamn ring music for the Usos?
You know that they have it back there. They're just not using it for some reason, and it's pissing me off because it's not just you, Oos. There's two of you.
It just feels lazy too, kinda.
I like the old song. Like, if you really want to keep the Yeet thing going this bad that you can't change some lyrics to incorporate Jimmy Uso in there, then don't have them be a tag team.
But the reason we bring this up is because the first thing that starts off the show is we watch this man Jay come out to his music from the merch stand area in the arena
With his brother.
Yep, and his brother just kind of looks like a sad, desperate puppy who's been a disappointment largely.
His brother doesn't even really seem like he's into the whole Yeet thing. He's just kind of like doing his own thing on the side, and Jay is just flipping out over there.
It's like, I gotta absorb some of the fame somehow and stay relevant. I don't know. And they're just doing it dirty. It feels lazy.
It does. It's disappointing. So yeah, that kicked off the show, and then Paul Heyman came out like immediately after with no music. And he came out with the whole vision, and he interrupts, but basically Logan Paul is the one that cuts the whole promo and literally just insults the Memphis crowd like for like 10 minutes straight because he sold some $10 million Pikachu card or something. I don't know.
Which is basically bragging about like scamming people because he did that stock investment thing app that he made where like you can invest into that card, and people did, and now they can't get their money back for it.
Didn't like five people buy that exact Pikachu card and he never sent it to anybody?
Well, you get like a piece of it, but that means that he can't sell it because it's not fully his. It's like stocks.
Apparently he did so. He apparently made $16 million off it. That's what he's telling us.
He's basically bragging about scamming people again.
And then Heyman tells the people in the back to roll the footage from last week about the masked man. Now, a few things wrong with this. They keep blaming Adam Pearce, and they always say, you know, the most logical choice or the easiest choice is most often correct. It's not Adam Pearce. Let's just get that out the way. He's too tall. He's not buff enough. It's not Adam Pearce. But Theory blames Adam Pearce for losing last week, and they kind of like hijacked the show for a few minutes. And Heyman says that he'll give Raw back to him, but only if they put Reed in the chamber. Okay, Paul, everybody else has earned their spot. Why doesn't he have to earn his? You just want him in there? Bronson Reed I don't think Braun Breaker would be very okay with that. If he stole his spot and got the title, that's what Braun wants.
Right. I wonder if they're setting up like a what do you call it? A legacy or not legacy? Legacy style breakdown where like one guy gets the belt and the other guy's mad because he wants the belt, and then blah 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 blah.
It's just, because it's confusing. Because why do you want so many guys from the Vision in there if one guy was already trying to get that belt? You think Braun Breaker comes back, he's just going to be like, at least my team has the belt. No, Braun Breaker's not a team player. Did you see how quick he was to turn on Austin Theory a couple weeks ago when Adam Pearce reminded him that he was the guy in the mask? Just saying. So
basically a pointless match after that.
Yeah, Adam Pearce comes out, says he has a qualifying match next week. LA Knight comes out, doesn't really say anything noteworthy except telling the Usos like, "Hey, let's fight," and then Adam Pearce makes the 6-man tag match official.
Yeah, basically throws the Usos under the bus. He's like, I'm gonna use you guys to help make sure that I can fight 6 people or 3 people.
Pretty much. And it's not a it's okay match. It's not great.
LA Knight basically like squashes them for the first half, and then I forgot how it ended once. Like it was. Oh wait,
It
before
ended with
that, I
a
did want to talk about how freaking LA Knight called uh, Logan Paul a broccoli-haired bitch.
he did. Yeah, we forgot to mention that. He did, yeah. Yeah, he did I mean, he's not wrong. I'm just gonna say it. He's not wrong.
But what else happened with that match? He did the BFT on and then he gets slammed through the barricade immediately after by Bronson.
Yep.
We got Logan had some weird spots that made him look like he was botching. I couldn't tell if it was supposed to show him being tired or if he was actually fucking up the match. I wasn't sure.
Well, no, and Logan, it could have been either, honestly.
But
Uh,
Bronson does hit a
uh,
300-pound suicide dive.
yep. And then to end the match, Reed hits a tsunami on, you guessed it, Jimmy Uso, and they get the win because Jimmy Uso's not mentioned in the song, so get the shovel.
Paul then takes the headset off of Cole, I believe, or one of the announcers outside the ring, and
Poor Michael
then
Cole.
starts talking shit to him, and is basically like, "You run your mouth too much," as he's proceeding to run his mouth, and then gets stomped into the fucking table,
By the masked man, of course.
aka Seth Rollins. I don't know why anyone's thinking it's anybody else.
The little weird arm thing kind of threw me off. I've never seen Seth Rollins swing his arms like that when he did a stomp before, but
Maybe he lost balance.
could be. He was running on a table.
He's like, "Oh shit, fuck," and Seth does get a little overzealous sometimes, and like maybe like get a bit off balance occasionally.
So, it's funny to me because they're complaining about the whole masked man thing. It's like, first of all, you guys were the ones that introduced it. If you guys had never done that, this probably wouldn't even be a thing right now. Nobody'd be hiding.
Well, that's why I'm pretty sure it's Seth Rollins. It even looks like his body type. Like, it basically
It
just
does.
like a medium build, mostly skinny, somewhat on the shorter side for a wrestler. And,
So yeah, he hits the stomp on Paul and then runs off, and then the Vision kind of give chase a little bit, but Paul's like jaw is like broken now. I guess I don't know. He was holding it later, but we'll get to there.
and then we got a
So yeah, then
backstage segment.
then the gigantic box shows up. It doesn't say who it's addressed to. It just says delivered to WWE and not to open until the last day of this month.
Right, which is weird.
And yeah, and Adam tells the poor delivery guy Eli, who he interrogates for about 5 minutes, to send it to SmackDown
Which
to
I thought
let
that
Nick
was
Aldis deal with it.
strange. I'm like, why wouldn't he just open it and be like, "I'm not listening to a box."
Yeah, honestly, like who's gonna tell him different? If you were to open it right then and there, what would happen?
It's not like
Nothing.
it said, "Oh, this comes from Triple H. Don't open till blah 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 blah."
Yeah, it's just a random box. Yeah, there's no name on it, no return address. It doesn't say who it's from. Then we get El Grande Americano and Los Americanos back there, and he basically tells him that he wants a title match, but Adam Pearce says, "I can't give it to you, but I'll give you a match later tonight to
Right.
earn it." But it doesn't say against who.
Which I found interesting.
So, what was that?
Which I found interesting.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting that he just kind of like threw him under the bus like that.
You have a match, no prep.
But yeah, no prep. So basically, if you lose, screw you. Just say no. Asuka, Natty, and Bailey compete in a qualifying match. This match was fine. I mean, we're having a lot of triple threats lately, so they're kind of getting, like, hey, we gotta do some new ideas.
Right.
It was a fine match, but surprisingly, Asuka won by tapping out Bailey, and it was a pretty fun triple threat. I'm not gonna lie.
I was thinking it was actually going to be Natty. She was beating the fuck out of them. I liked Natty. She won me over in this match. Her style.
Yeah,
I was actually thinking she's probably one of the most like well-rounded WWE stars in the roster right now. She has the most actual technical wrestling skill. I feel like
yeah. The heel run definitely is propelling the career that she's having.
she does a super good like suplex spot on the apron. I think to Bailey.
Yeah, Bailey took a complete ass beat in this match, didn't she?
She did, and then she dropped her on her neck, which looked like she does a power bomb type deal to Asuka, and it looks like it literally hits her on her neck. Like it literally looked like she fucked up the power bomb a bit and dropped her right on her head. Which I was like, damn, I hope Asuka's good after that, especially after winning the match.
Yeah, it's just for real. Uh, then we saw Natty at the top of the ramp, and Maxine runs out and attacks her, but they pulled apart very quickly.
Right.
That was probably to save Maxine because Natalia's just or Natty, sorry, is an absolute force right now, as we saw in the match. She just obliterated. We had a lot of submissions in that match, and it was nice to see the match actually end on a submission. Yeah, Asuka making Bailey submit to the was it the Asuka lock? I believe it was the Asuka lock.
Yep. She like kind of
If that's what
pulled
they're
her into what looked like an armbar and then turned it into an Asuka lock.
okay, yeah, I thought that's what they were still calling it. And then we get to the confusing part of the show if you're like me and only speak one language or just only speak English or not anything but Spanish, basically.
Yeah.
Cole did an interview with Liv and Dom shows up. Now they did say that they uploaded on YouTube this version but with subtitles, but I have yet to see that video. I haven't watched it.
Why are we doing that? Why are we not
Um
just putting subtitles in the fucking show at this point?
exactly. If you yeah. So Dom shows up and then Stephanie shows up and her and Dom are basically like yelling at each other in Spanish. And Cole and Liv are just looking very confused because we all were.
And then Liv just walks off sad.
Yeah, she's like literally crying, and Dom like walks her off, and it's like,
So
what?
for Liv being a big bad like superstar, kind of a bit of a pussy to just like cry to words.
And she was basically saying that she wasn't crying, like 2 seconds before she literally was like crying. She told Michael Cole that she wasn't crying when she won the Rumble or last week or something, and then literally starts crying like 5 minutes later. So, you
I
know,
feel like Liv
words.
is a big crybaby.
I'm not gonna lie to you, she probably is. I don't know. It just seems like that's how she is. You know, she seems like that person. I don't know.
We also had a backstage
Uh,
segment before that, I believe, where Pierce offered Oma Femi a contract, talking shit to.
Oh,
Otis.
yes. Now, I was confused because if Obafemi has a match on SmackDown, isn't he already a SmackDown superstar?
I guess he's just a free agent right now.
Okay. I mean, Raw could offer him a match, but I guess they wanted to save him for. Well, I was gonna say Yes Boy, but now it's Toxic, isn't it?
And then we got a stare down with him with Rusev for some reason.
Yeah, very odd.
Where have you been to even be like challenging anybody?
Rusev, you got eliminated in the Rumble in like 20 seconds, my dude. I'm sorry, but that's what happened.
I forgot he was in the fucking Rumble.
Yeah, exactly. That's how short it was. I don't even know. Did we even cover his entrance? I don't even know if we even covered him and being in the Rumble. Can't remember.
Genuine don't remember.
I don't know,
being
probably.
in it, so I can't even say.
So yeah, we probably didn't then. Next up, we get CM Punk, and he basically explains why Finn's getting a shot, and you know that he's gonna beat him. You know, general champion stuff.
Yeah, it basically says like the reason you got that shot was because you were really good in the indies because Finn was talking about, oh, the real best in the world has to tour the indies, and that means that I'm the best in the world. And he's like, well, that's why I gave you your title shot. But now you're getting the title
Yep.
shot not because you earned it, but because you deserve an ass beating or whatever.
Yeah, and then Finn comes out with Dom and a returning JD McDumbass. Oh, sorry, McDunham. Sorry. I'm just so used to calling him that. Yeah, and then like he says that he's the real best in the world, and you got to beat Roman Reigns on your first night on Raw. So I'm actually the best in the world. And did that happen? Did Finn Balor actually beat Roman Reigns his first night on Raw? I do not remember that.
Probably. But Roman Reigns deserves to lose more often. That's all I know.
Yeah, but especially when he was in the big dog phase. So it probably did happen. I just don't remember. Yeah, so where were we? Drop my phone. Yeah, and then Finn says, oh, when I beat you in Chicago, I'm not jeopardizing the main event. I'm making it better because I'm the real best in the world.
It's only better if Roman loses. That's all I know.
Well, who would you prefer him lose to? CM Punk or Finn Balor?
Honestly, Finn, because I feel like that would make him more mad.
It definitely would, especially if he didn't come out as the demon. Just rub salt in the wound.
Hasn't won a championship in fucking 10 years now.
Oh God, yeah. Well, in August it'll be 10 years since he won the world title. I think he won it in 2016.
Holy shit! Never mind. Then I didn't know it was that OD long. God, fucking Christ.
I mean, he's had like the Intercontinental title and the tag titles between there, but yeah, he hasn't been world champion since SummerSlam 2016. The night that he beat Seth Rollins, but also like tore his shoulder completely, and then they were just like, "You're never getting a title match again."
Right. He also, what do you call it? Punk was basically saying like, the reason you did all that stuff in the indies is because you were by yourself and not with the Judgment Day.
Yeah. He basically tells them, I might be stupid, but you guys came out. You guys, for some reason, did come out here to jump me. And if you do, all you'll be doing is messing up your world title match. And I'm the real best in the world because I don't need everyone's help to prove it. But maybe you do, Finn. And then they just let Punk leave.
And as he's leaving, he throws the mic at Finn, which I was like, damn, that's stupid, disrespectful.
Complete savage, like low-key, though. Because if you're not catching the mic and it's just being thrown at you and you just accept that and just still hold your boys back, I mean, who's the real winner there? Just say. Then we get Rhea and Rio and Io?
Right. Backstage.
Rio. Yeah, Rhea and Io were talking about how they defended their titles, and the Kabuki Warriors show up. And I was like, oh, cool, they're going to challenge them for the tag titles. I was wrong. All Kyrie did was say that Asuka's going to be champion at the end of the chamber, and we're going to make sure that you guys know.
And then get yelled at.
That's it.
Asuka.
Yeah, that's it. I was like, hey, this is going to be great. Like, that's actually a title match I wouldn't mind seeing. We're not getting that. Nope. I would be totally okay with seeing this tag match, but WWE's just like, no, we're not getting that, unfortunately. I don't think we've seen that tag match, but it is a tag match that I would like to watch.
Right.
But yeah, so Penta is revealed to be El Grande Americano's opponent to see who will be number one contender for the IC title. Now, when is this match happening exactly? Because they never said.
I don't know. Maybe
they never said. They never said next week. They never. Well, that's the thing though. Like Finn had a Elimination Chamber qualifying match later that night, so we'll get to that match obviously. But the whole time I was thinking, if he won, when is this match happening? And if he won the Chamber, is it ever happening? Yeah, that's what I was thinking the entire time I was watching this. But when we get to the end here, Bravo is about to give El Grande the metal plate to put in his mask there, but
Right.
he gets pulled. He gets pulled under the ring, like completely under the ring. And then OG El Grande comes out
Who's looking
and
orange as fuck with the fake tan.
literally orange. He does a little dance and then just beats the hell out of the Los Americanos. Oh, sorry, Los Americanos. I don't know so it doesn't make sense. I think someone could correct me. I don't know.
He said the.
The Americanos. We could just call them the double the. And then Penta hits a badass springboard Mexican destroyer and pinned El Grande Americano for the win. This was a good match. For the styles that it was, having both luchadors, it was a very good match.
Oh, it definitely was. And then getting the return, or not return, but having the OG El Grande come out and then help him get the win. And then
Yep.
I think he did a little dance in the ring. That shit was funny.
Yeah, they had the fight after it when he tried to unmask him, but his teammates there, Los Americanos, pull him away.
Right.
We kind of got to see the face a little bit. I mean, obviously we know who it is, but
Eric Rowan.
and yeah, and the fun of spirit, we'll just say we don't know who it is. Whatever.
It's Vince
It's
McMahon.
obvious. It was me, Austin. And the fairness of it, we'll just say that it's probably Mark Henry, and we'll just call it a day.
That's fair. Mark Henry is basically that size and always has been.
Yeah, of course. Everything about it just screams Mark Henry. Every last thing, every detail.
Skin, size, height.
Hair, beard, all of it. Like, so he should honestly just come out in the salmon colored blazer next week. That's all we're missing.
It's Vicky Guerrero.
Before we get too far, they are doing a tribute for AJ Styles next week for his career. So make sure you watch that because it's gonna be good. All you people who say going to AEW, I'm laughing at you right now because if they're doing that, he's obviously still under contract. So just saying.
I mean,
then AJ
before he goes back to the AEW.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, he's what 40 something. He's probably done. Like, let's just let the guy, live out the rest of his life.
He's gonna be the next Edge and Christian. He's just gonna chill in AEW, aging.
That seems to be what they do. Because, like I said, AEW is just WCW. They hire all these old WWE guys, and then they're just kind of like, hey, do nothing and we'll pay you for it. Yeah, because this is where the big boys play. We pay you to do nothing. We get AJ Lee in the ring, and it's kind of weird because I picked up that she said there was a women's division before her and after her, and she's welcome, or they are welcome because of that. And I'm like, what? Are you saying that you're the reason for the women's division? And so are the people before you?
I mean,
well,
she's
yeah.
a founder, yeah.
She's talking about, carrying this huge butterfly belt that she enjoyed so much. But when the women's revolution started, when Stephanie brought all these women over, you were never there.
No, I thought it was her and Paige that were the start of it, and the Bellas.
There was the Bellas with Alicia Fox. There was Paige, Charlotte, and Becky. And there was one other team. That was Naomi, Tamina, and somebody else. I don't think it was AJ though.
I didn't mean in the teams. I meant in literally the like one of the core members of the actual revolution, like before shit was like turned into a whole team.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, definitely, but just a little weird to basically take the credit for the whole thing. I feel like is what she was alluding to, but
She's going
maybe
full heel.
not. Maybe yeah, that's what I'm saying. It kind of felt like a heel thing to say. Anyway, she calls out Becky Lynch, and Becky actually comes out, which I was pleasantly surprised. Becky never responds when people call her out anymore.
Right.
She has this gigantic fur coat on that I believe she stole from her husband's closet. She doesn't wear clothes like that. Only Seth does. And then she basically tells AJ that she's the greatest ever. And AJ says, well, why don't you come in the ring and throw hands with me? And now Becky gets flustered and has like a mental breakdown.
Right.
Like,
Literally
I don't know.
says,
It's like
just
she,
punch me, bitch, and then she's like,
yeah.
seizure.
She's telling her to swing at her over and over. And Becky's just like, she's not even making words. She's just kind of speaking into the mic at this point.
Right.
And she's like, no, basically saying like, no, I'm not going to hit you. And then just dips. Now, you could say, oh, AJ's in her head, but I think just Becky's just having a mental breakdown. This may be something we need to look into. I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
Breakdown for the past like 3 feuds.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been getting worse. Like, she won the title for Maxine, and I was like, oh, she's okay, and then no, her mental health is not okay. Adam Pearce may need to do something about this.
Sports
I don't know.
Illustrated says it.
What?
I said Sports Illustrated says it.
Yeah, Sports Illustrated, the Bleacher, they all say that she's the greatest, but I think that she's just
the best.
losing. Yeah, I think she's just losing her mind, but maybe that's just me. And then we get a weird backstage segment where Theory's literally flipping out on Adam Pearce about Logan Paul getting stomped.
You really gonna let my boy get stomped? You really gonna let me?
That's my brother. You gonna let my brother? You just gonna let that happen?
He drops.
It's like, well, what is he supposed?
Private hard R, I swear.
He probably does. I don't know. He looks like a white supremacist with that haircut.
He was gonna call the Usos the N-word, I swear, in his promo earlier when he was like, "You bitch ass," and then he said "boys" or something stupid like that.
You know what he wanted to say. He was ready for it.
Bitch ass.
He was. He was going for it, and then he was just like, "Yeah, maybe I shouldn't say that. I don't want to get." I remember that. Oh man, you can still find that online. That's the crazy part. They never took that down. Then Reed says he's basically going to solve all the problems on Raw, and Adam Pearce thanks him. Like, sir, aren't you the general manager? Why are you letting a random superstar solve your problems for you?
Because
I get what he's alluding to, but because he's what?
It's easier that way.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I get that he was like, "Oh, I'm fixing the problems on Raw with my team, not with your whole thing." But it begs the question: why?
Yeah.
Why Bronson Reed is now the big guy in the Vision now that Braun Breaker is gone?
They're like, you fucked up too many times, Braun. Sorry, bro.
I mean, I guess because Theory's not that great. Logan Paul's just kind of there.
Right.
I guess he's the best option. So now Paul Heyman's just gonna Paul Heyman's just gonna keep backing him up until Breaker comes back, and then he's gonna be back over there. That's the way it seems.
Probably.
But We still never got an explanation for why he came out with Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble. It was just kind of like, hey, I'm his advocate, and that's why I was there. And it's like, but you're not anymore. Wait, you're not a wise man or an oracle anymore, are you? I don't even know what you are now. You're just Paul Heyman.
Hmm.
You're just Paul. Okay.
He's
Main event time. Main event time. Gunther, Javon Evans, and Dirty Dom in a Elimination Chamber qualifying match. This match was really fun.
Yeah.
That jump that Javon Evans did over the top rope to the corner on Gunther, knocking him over the barricade into the timekeeper's area was picture perfect.
Right.
I don't think there's a better way to describe it. It was something I don't think we've ever seen before, especially the height and the distance that he went.
No, it was definitely cool.
That boy is bouncy is not just a slogan for this guy. He definitely lives up to that. I don't know if there was really anything noteworthy before. I mean, Gunther absolutely just dominated them too, and honestly, genuinely looked like he was having a great time. I mean,
that's his thing.
He
chopped hurting people.
Yeah, she was chopping them and kicking them, and he was. I think he was enjoying himself. But things happen when you get too overzealous. Kind of like Dragon Lee jumping off a barricade and hitting you in the head with the ring bell. These are the kind of things that happen, and that's exactly what happened to Gunther.
Right.
Dragon Lee jumped off the barricade and with the ring bell for choking him out last week. I mean, that's what happens, Gunther, when you choke people out and then just leave them alone. They're gonna hit you with ring bells.
Said you should kill bitch.
Yeah. Well, maybe not everyone's gonna hit you with a ring bell, but some people might. Dragon Lee is clearly one of those people.
Right. They said that's my favorite weapon.
And then for the finish, Javon Evans moves out of the way of a frog splash and then jumps up and hits the OG cutter on Dirty Dom and pins him for the win while Gunther is laid out, like I said, from Dragon Lee with the ring bell.
And because fuck Dom.
Yeah, basically. And yeah, Raw ends with Javon Evans going to the Elimination Chamber.
It's like Dom can wrestle in this fucking match, but he can't defend his title is crazy.
And the fact that he got pinned in this match.
Yeah.
Also, alluding to what we said earlier, now that he's free at the Chamber, is he defending against Penta at the Chamber now?
He must be. I guess it also kind of sucks because it basically guaranteed that he wasn't going to win. Like, you knew he wasn't going to be the one walking out.
Yeah. I mean...
Unless they do a double match,
I guess. And last time there was a double match was SummerSlam when Seth Rollins fought John Cena and Sting. And that was like 2017, 18, 19. I don't even know what year it was. One of those years that I just named. And he lost to John Cena but beat Sting because
did Sting get immediately injured in that match?
Yeah. Well, see, it's hard to compare because he only wrestled 3 times.
He got buckle bombed, I thought, by Rollins and immediately hurt in that spot.
Yeah, he did. He hurt his shoulder, and I mean, maybe he was booked to win. I don't know.
I don't think he was booked to win. I don't think they were gonna get him.
No. He had that match against Triple H at WrestleMania, which he lost. He lost that match against Seth Rollins, and then I think he had like a tag match with somebody like on a random episode of Raw, and I think his team also lost that match.
They were just low-key punishing the bro for like helping it. They were like, "Fuck you, you're still competition. I don't care."
They're basically like, when we bought out the company that you worked for, we offered you all this money, and you were like, no, but all your friends said yes, and then you were just angry for like years. And
Right.
then you went to TNA instead of working for us, and we were not happy. And then you proceeded to work at AEW years later, and now you're retired, and now apparently the show sucks again, is what everybody's telling me.
Mm-mm.
I don't know. I grew up in a WWE household, so I have never actually watched WCW, but I heard
Yeah.
people tell me it was kind of shit.
Anything I've
So
seen
that's
from it
probably
is
why.
just like mediocre, and a lot of the spots are like weird, and then the promos are usually pretty bad.
I mean, you had Bill Goldberg, like, I'm fine with people going on winning streaks, right? Like Asuka had that like 500 close to winning streak, and that was fine because she wasn't like a main event scene being pushed down our throats. Bill Goldberg was a main event scene being pushed down our throats by having two championships on a show that only had one show that only had four championships, two of which or one of which being a set of tag team and then probably a women's title. That was it.
Right.
Goldberg's the entire show and he's not losing the match. You know he's not going to lose the titles. I don't even know how his losing streak finally got broken. Obviously he got beat, but I don't know in what context that happened. So I can't attest, but I do know that this dude had like half the titles at one point, and they were just like, "Yep, Goldberg." Even though we
Yeah.
have Hulk Hogan, Sting, and like everybody else, Goldberg.
And that just goes to show you that booking means more than actually being a good wrestler, because there's so many people who still think he was a good wrestler just because he was booked like that.
And good wrestlers don't just win, 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 win.
And they also don't injure everybody they fucking wrestle.
Yeah, good wrestlers also don't lose to people that are like 30 years younger than them by fading to a submission that so it's Gunther we're talking about. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't talk about it. But yep, that's the Bill Goldberg story.
Hmm.
Inside scoop is right here.
I'm just glad that he lost. I'm really glad they didn't try to fucking put him over again one last time.
I don't even know why he came back when he came back.
It was just
There was
random. He's like
absolutely
Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, but there was absolutely no reason for him to come back when he came back. He literally came back because he wanted his son to watch him wrestle.
We'll go get a fucking DVR, bitch. What do you mean?
Pull up the old tapes. The WWE Network was the thing at the time. You could have pulled it up on there.
Yep.
You want to see him wrestle in person, but you're already old.
Right. Well, it wasn't even like a kid. That's the funny part.
Yeah, like he was like, what was his son, like 17, 15? No, he was 15. Which means
He looked older than
if he was, I don't even know. He probably saw you wrestle in your WWE run at least, which you had a world title on. So what are you complaining about?
Right.
Everybody forgets that he was world champion in the WWE run, which Triple H. Sorry. I'm a Triple H defender. I'm a Triple H fan, so that's fine.
Nah, Ryan. He's Satan, don't you know?
That's what people act. Like I said, watch WWE in real. It'll show you that Triple H literally has the minimal amount of control. He just says, "Hey guys, what do you think about this?" And then people will say yes or no. I mean, give speeches why. So yeah, maybe some of the stuff is his idea, but someone has to throw an idea out there to get something across. Otherwise, you're just sitting in an empty boardroom with nothing to talk about.
Right.
So I mean, say what you want, but booking is booking. But before we throw it off too far, what would you give the show rating for the night?
Honestly, I think that shit was like a good 8.
I would agree. The I mean, there wasn't really a bad promo or match.
Right.
I mean, the first one was a little confusing how it kind of just was thrown together, but other than that, I mean, there wasn't. CM Punk had a good promo. AJ had a good promo. I mean, obviously, we're progressing stories here for what's happening at the end of the month, and every match is meaningful as an elimination chamber or title qualifying match now with Dirty Dom coming back from injury. So I agree with the triple threat thing.
Word. What would you
Oh,
give
and
the?
Corey Graves saying, he grabbed the hammer and he's utilizing uh, a thing from the guy that raised him or should have raised him was kind of funny.
That's
Obviously,
wild.
alluding to Eddie.
He said, "Your mom ho."
I'm going with an 8. Same with you though. Like I said, it was there was nothing really bad. It was just you know a little confusing. But I feel like the tag match kind of lowered it at the beginning,
That's
and
probably
then
true.
not getting the Kabuki Warrior challenging them and the little backstage segment was, like I said, kind of to me because I kind of want to see that.
Yeah.
You can probably tell me that we have, and we probably already have, but I don't remember it. So clearly, it was pretty long ago. I don't know. Maybe Asuka will get her ass handed to her in the chamber, and then she'll come back to Kyrie and be like, "Hey, we should go for the tag titles because
She
I'm terrible
always said
singles."
she's gonna beat Kyrie to death.
Probably she already hasn't. It kind of sounded like Io was gonna try to like get through to her. I heard her say her name a couple times, and then Asuka yelled for her, and she ran away.
Pretty much.
Oh, have you got anything else to add?
No, I think that's about it. Alright. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let us know what you guys think and how you feel the show went. And
Thought
what
it
you
was
think
good. You
about
thought
the
it was
announcement.
trash.
Right. But be
So feel free to argue. We'll be very active in the comments.
exactly. But we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Peace.